And when we are at it, and I can say this even on camera, people who are now hiding behind independent commissions and independent offices, it has become a den of corruption. It is a fact, and I've told Chairman of the Public Service Commission, and I've told the commissioners that they have some questions to answer to Kenyans, not to me. Yeah, there are rumors all over. If you want to be hired as a driver, it's 100,000 shillings. There's a price list. It goes all up to 5 million shillings for some sensitive positions. But you tell me, somebody who wants to be hired as a driver, where are they going to get 100,000 shillings? Yeah, that is now the benefit of this so-called independence of the Public Service Commission that we give ourselves through this constitution. So I would want Kenyans and all of us to ask ourselves, is buying a job for 100,000 shillings for a driver who is going to be paid 20,000 shillings, you ask them to cough 100,000 shillings in bribes? You know, it is totally morally unacceptable. Yeah, and I am not sure that the framers of this constitution, you and I included, I'm not sure that what we intended to do with this independence of the Public Service Commission is to enrich some people and to impoverish young Kenyans who have to pay 100,000 shillings to get the job as a driver. So that is something really that you, Ambassador Mushiri, and the team at the Public Service Commission, it's a rotten place. I have no doubt saying that. I have said it publicly. I have said it to them. If they were here, I would still say the same thing, that it is morally unacceptable that you cannot get any job without paying a bribe at the Public Service Commission. And most importantly, that was not the spirit and the intention of the framers of this constitution, that we have to scramble for, that we have to enrich some people and impoverish other people.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we were growing up, our fathers and our grandfathers would warn their sons and grandsons that you cannot steal with a boy. If you want to steal, you must be very, very afraid when stealing with a boy who has not been initiated into adulthood. You only be happy if that boy is initiated. That is when you rest and be assured that he's not going to spill the beans. Our forefathers would go ahead and tell us, you can only be happy after stealing with a woman when she is 6 feet down the ground. That is when she dies. Simply because once you annoy the woman, she'll come out and spill the bean. Ladies and gentlemen, listening to MOSES KURIA at KBC Channel 1 is actually at pain to understand the gravity of corruption in our governments. That there is a price tag for every job in the public service, in the independent commission. If you want to be a driver, as MOSES KURIA would say, you have to cough Kenya shilling 100,000. That is Kenya shilling 100,000. And once you're employed as a driver, you only get a salary of Kenya shilling 20,000. This is very, very sad as far as I am concerned. I've always asked people, when did you hear the government advertising jobs in our foreign mission? Like now, Kenyan embassy in America, the High Commission in UK. When do they advertise these jobs? Even at the airports. When do they advertise these jobs? The only jobs that you hear them advertising is the ordinary jobs. Jobs for teaching jobs. jobs for policemen, recruitment for armed forces. Those are I think, the only three areas that you find the government actually advertising the jobs. But when it comes to the jobs with the big potatoes, they are just dished out. They are just sold out. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is why I'm very, very bitter with Raila Amolo Odinga soiling his good hands, his clean hands, when he went to work with William Ruto. You know, some of you don't understand. You know, we love Raila Amolo Odinga. We respect him. But now when he just joined the government, whereby, when you look at William Samoei Ruto's government, right from the word go, William Samoei Ruto went for people with integrity questions. Some of them had murder cases in court. Some of them had cases in court concerning corruption. And these are the people that were appointed in various senior positions by the government. Some of them were associated with the rape cases. But when you look at it, William Samoei Ruto brought these people as the people who would sit in the high table to make decisions for a great republic. I think you can understand where our bitterness is coming from. You know, people may say that MOSES KURIA is bitter because he left the government, because he was not reappointed into the cabinet. But the fact is, and I've been telling people that MOSES KURIA is going to spill the beans. He's going to expose William Samoei Ruto like nobody's business, like lack of importance in court. He is going to expose these people, and in the fullness of time, you realize that Raila did not lose the election. I've always told people that Raila did not lose this election. And this is just a tip of the iceberg. What MOSES KURIA is saying here is just a tip of the iceberg. You hear stories that are going to shake this nation. You hear stories that are going to shake the fabric, the core of this nation. In fact, what William Samoei Ruto need to do, he need to come out very clearly and start fighting corruption. You heard Mudavadi saying that this country is losing more than 600 billion shillings in a year. And when Uhuru Kenyatta told us we are losing 2 billion shilling in a day, wengine walisema wapi, ni uongo, ni siasa, stories za jaba. You know, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has been vindicated with the time. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has always been very, very honest. But the people who used to criticize the government then, the people who would say that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was a drunkard, today they are being exposed. The same people who are accusing the handshake. And you see, one thing I appreciate about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, despite having the soft handshake with Raila Amolo Odinga, he did not bring his people into the government. Here, allow me to thank Raila Amolo Odinga because he did not ask for his people to be appointed in the government. Unlike this time, when Raila is right at the heart of William Samoei Ruto's government, the government that is eating its own hustlers, the government that talked about the bottom-up economic model is now, yani walituambia watauda serikali na mama boga, lakini sasa wanakula zile boga ambazo mama boga alikuwa anauza. Walituambia kwamba wageuda serikali na watu wa mikokoteni, sasa hivi wanauza ile mikokoteni. Walituambia kwamba wageuda serikali na watu wa bodaboda. Bodaboda sasa hamna barabarani because of the high cost of fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think MOSES KURIA is mad? I want you to listen again and again to what MOSES KURIA is saying. because it is important for Kenyans to realize why Gen Z are rising up. I have been telling people that yes, Gen Z might have retreated, but it is not over until it is over. When they come the second time, June 25 will look like a Christmas holiday. What we saw on 25th June, it will look like a Christmas holiday. I don't know what you think. Watch again and again this video and have a blessed weekend as you watch again and share, because this is what is happening in our country. Bye-bye.